In this week's video blog, I wanted to tell you all about an experience that I had in Greece 8 weeks ago, where I was participating at Awesomeness Fest, an experience by Mind Valley, and things didn't go according to plan. By the third day, I had some random, almost freaky, silly accident that happened to me that landed me in the ER, and little did I know that what felt like a cosmic joke at that moment was gonna open a door that otherwise I don't know if I would have been able to crack it open in such a short period of time. I'm Maria Vicella, and thank you so much for being part of my list. I'm so happy to be landing in your inbox with this message that feels very personal and vulnerable and raw. And at the same time, if you stick it out till the end, you'll definitely get a lesson that will help you see things differently, hopefully. So how many times do plans not go according to plan? How many times do you know all the steps and the strategies and you have an expectation and things don't happen according to that plan or that expectation? So I went to Greece expecting to have an amazing time, was enjoying myself. By the third day, I was in my hotel room and I was cleaning my ears. I told you the story was personal, right? So hang with me. I was cleaning my ears with a Q-tip, and not 2 seconds later, I take the Q-tip out and there's the stick and not the cotton part. Not the cotton. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, what? Well, maybe someone can help me. So I go to my neighbor and like, hey, can you help me? Can you check my ear? Is there something there? Here's some tweezers. Can you help me out? Nothing, right? Go to the reception, talk to the manager, and they're like, oh, we know what works. We know what can work. Let's put some olive oil, Greek olive oil, in your ear. And they start pouring me. My friend Tracy actually helped me. She helped me pour some olive oil in my ear. It made it worse. And they kept telling me to do this motion to get it out. And this whole time I'm thinking, this is so embarrassing. How am I going to walk up to the organizers and tell them, hey, I've got a piece of cotton stuck in my ear, and I'm pretty sure it's bad quality Q-tips, but still, it's embarrassing. And then on top of that, I have Greek olive oil in my ear. So long story short, I ended up having to go to them because I was flying a day and a half later, and I don't think it's safe for me to fly with a piece of something stuck in my ear, nose, throat cavity somewhere. So anyway, one of the people in the Mind Valley team ends up taking me to the ER. They set up a cab and a transportation, and I end up headed to the ER. Met an awesome doctor. They got the thing out, and they made fun of me forever, right? Because they felt like I was reenacting or acting like as if I was in my big fat Greek wedding, and instead of Greek olive oil, I should have just pulled out the Windex, right? And that's exactly how I felt. I really felt like I was in some kind of bad sitcom episode of My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the sitcom. So why am I sharing this story? Number one, it's hilarious. Number two, it's fine. But it definitely was a little bit of a curveball. And I knew this whole time, being the infinite receiver that I am, that this was so random, such a freak thing of nature. Like, who does that happen to? In the middle of some island in Mykonos, Greece, right? In the middle of an amazing event. So I knew that I was supposed to meet somebody or something amazing was supposed to come of it. Little did I know, as always, and this is the message I want to impart to you or remind you of. Little do you know that things happen, and there's so much where those things came from. And what I mean by that is I knew that behind this episode or behind this experience, something amazing could come of it. Well, fast forward 3 or 4 weeks after that, the person who ended up helping me and ends up connecting and participating in some pretty high level meetings. And next thing you know, someone who's extremely influential in the industry that I'm in and who calls the shots in terms of who gets published online, who gets access to becoming an author in a huge worldwide platform that has millions of subscribers, takes a look at my course because I connected to this person who now works for this other person. So the most amazing possible way to be noticed, to be seen, to be exposed to some of the top influencers in the world that could literally, not by publishing this course, could change my life, right? On one of the biggest platforms. So I just could have never connected the dots with my tiny little limited brain, right? Because the human brain, even though it's still amazing, it's very limited to connecting and to creating the perfect way for us to make our dreams come true. So My friends, the story continues. I have no idea what's going to happen as a result of these connections, but I would have never known that from this unexpected, very random, almost freaky event, I would end up in a conversation and in as an option to become a published author in a really amazing platform that could literally take my message to millions and millions of people all over the world. It's a very real possibility in my life right now, and I wanted to share that with you because staying open to the lessons, staying open to why is the things are happening, and maybe understanding that they're not happening for you to make your life harder, they are happening for a bigger reason, will keep you in receiving, will keep you so much more open to getting the lessons and not having to suffer through them. That's my message for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with so much more. There's so many exciting things happening in my life and in my business and as part of Infant Receiving that I can't wait to share more. Until next time.